Hey boo hey. Good Sunday. I'm about to say good morning. Good Sunday. I'm about to say it again. This is my video for this week. It might be a little long because I just kind of want to recap the year, so I'm gonna jump right into it. First, I hope you guys are having the most amazing Sunday. I went to church like I told y'all. I'm about to go ahead and eat. I have not really had breakfast. So I'm going to have my lunch and then I'm going to take my after church nap because after church nap is, I don't know what it is. It just hit different. I don't know what that after church nap is, but it just hit different. Anywho, over the course of the year, I moved to Texas over a year ago. And over that course of a year, I have experienced, I think, every emotion known to man. Just starting from the beginning, thinking about where I was this point last year, I was in so much uncertainty. I was so scared. I was questioning whether I had made the right choice. I was sleeping on an air mattress in this big, beautiful room that I had at the last house. I was like, oh my God, this is stupid. Why did I do it? But so going back a little bit, a couple months prior, just a month prior, honestly, just a month prior. So May 1st, 2020, I was laid off from a company that I was working at, Had at Brands. It was a blow, although it wasn't such a blow because I was planning to move, so it all worked out in my favor. But in the process, because I am a very hard worker and I give myself, which I learned not to this go round, I give myself to projects and people and not so much myself, working on it, unwavering loyalty to those people. And so when I was let go, because say what you will, but I was like really good there. And so it messes with your psyche a little bit because you feel like, wow, even though I know it was a pandemic and I know people were getting laid off across the board, and as much as they try to tell you it has nothing to do with your performance, it's hard for you to believe that. So I had that mentality going into moving into Texas. And so when I was laid off, the week I was laid off, let me tell you how this is where I've always known the hand of God in my life. I've always known that. But this is where I first was able to experience it in a completely different way because now I'm really, really seeing the hand of God move. I've seen the hand of God move before, but this is different. I also know I'm recording differently. I just still waiting on to get some furniture. Hopefully next week it'll be here. Anywho, so the week I was laid off, so that's Sunday. I remember I was in my room crying and I was asking God, I said, God, I need a clear-cut sign. I need to know if I need to move back home to Ohio or if I need to go forth with my plan and move to Texas. I was like, I don't want to hear it through no TV. I don't want to hear it through nobody passing. I need you to let me know what I'm supposed to do. Then comes Friday and I get the call that I'm laid off. Now, me being laid off, I had gotten a pretty decent severance package. So God said, there's your answer. And on top of that severance package, I was still able to claim unemployment. So God said, not only have I provided a way for you to move to Texas, I've also given you the financial means to sustain yourself for the next couple months. So then I moved to Texas, and when I left New York, I was really sad because, of course, I have like some amazing friends there, Anna, Miss Tony, Nicole. I left Julian and Alex, those are my babies because we were living together for the last, couple months. It's just so many things. I left a family in New York, and I had also lost a couple of friends, which really, really hurt me because I thought that some of us would be friends forever, but here I am. Friendships don't last, So, well, the ones that are supposed to. So I get to Texas, and like I said, there was so much uncertainty, but I was like, you know what, God, I came here with intention. So if I could tell you anything, is that when you're going for your dreams, you have to be intentional about what it is that you are trying to do, because when you set your intention and then your eye is on your prize, then there's no way no one can distract you. I had decided, I was like, I'm not dating nobody. I'm being focused on what I want for my career, for money-wise, and this is going to be great. So then I get a job in education like I wanted, or so it was education, but it was a daycare. They presented it like it was a school. You don't have no 6-month-old in no school, okay? So anywho, so I get the job. I'm like, I love it because I really do love kids. I really do have a passion for working with youth. And so I was like, okay, this is great, whatever, I'll do it. The owners are disrespectful. He told me one day that I will scold you. Sir, I'm not your wife, I'm not your kids, you will not scold me. I am a grown woman. That's what you will not do. So because I'll be very honest, I don't know if people from Haddad watch this, but because of Haddad, and I had seen firsthand how sometimes they treat people and then smile in their face. Like I'm sure all companies do. I just was able to see it firsthand because I was an executive assistant / office manager to the president of one of the presidents of the company. And so I had learned that my loyalty would no longer stick to jobs because they are not loyal to you. And so when he was disrespectful like that, I was like, you know what? This is not it. I took a huge leap of faith. I didn't have no job lined up. All I had was Jacob, i.e. my car. Me and Jacob, that's my homie. That's my boo, that's my son, not even my homie. So I had Jacob and I had Postmates and I didn't have nothing else. And so I was like, you know what? What I'm not going to do is stay in a place for a paycheck. What I'm not going to do is stay in a place for a paycheck because that's how people think about you. They only think about you as a paycheck and they think that you'll endure whatever it is because you need the money. But I was like, I don't need that. I have a God. I have a God and I'm going to trust him to get me through. And so I was like, you know what? I had got a part-time job at a grocery store. I was doing Postmates and then I also started to do substituting. Talk about a humbling experience. Here I am, a whole master's degree, and I was at a grocery store. But I met some amazing people at the grocery store, and I'm so thankful for Audie because it literally helped me carry through with my bills. And so in that process, when I was going through that, I had so much doubt. I was like, I considered myself a failure. I considered myself not smart. I was like, this is stupid. You moved all the way here just to work at a grocery store and to do Postmates. I was like, people are going to view you. So then I have this thing with people viewing me. I was like, people are going to view you as this. And one night I was crying because I was so depressed. I was like those 3 months where I didn't have a job because I also knew it was my decision. But it was my decision because that was the first time in life that I chose me. I chose me over a paycheck. I chose me over my mental, like over being stressed out. I chose my happiness. And I don't regret that and I'm so thankful for it. And so one night I was crying again. I don't cry a lot. So these times I was really crying and I was talking to God and I said, you know what, God, I am going to trust you because you have never, ever, ever failed me. And so I prayed to him and I said, I want to teach you. I said I wanted to work in education. I wanted to make this amount of money that it was equivalent to the money that I was making while I was living in New York. I did not want to pay for health care. I wanted it to be free, given to me. And God, I want you to give me all, and I want you to give me all of this by December 31st. So I prayed it and I released it and I let it go because I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna trust, if I'm gonna believe, I'm gonna do it. And I also said, trusting in yourself. I was like, Queen, and I had the doubt. So as I was subbing, so I had the doubt. And my friend Erica, she was like, hey, they have a math position open. I was like, ugh, third grade math. I was like, I don't know, it's a tested subject. If those kids don't pass, that's on me. I was like, oh, I don't know, me being dramatic. I was like, I don't know, but girl, you need a job. So I applied for the position and here I am today, third grade math teacher. And all those things that I had told God I wanted, I got every last one of those things. I don't have to pay for health care. I make equivalent to the amount of money that I made in New York, which is even more here in Texas because they don't have state taxes. And I work in education. Never thought I would be a teacher, but I'm still working education. And so I say all of this to say, in 1 year, I had been through just an overwhelming amount of emotions, and I had a lot of family issues going on that I won't speak about because it's too personal. So I want you to know, if anything, how people, I think, are so scared to make a change because they're so worried about outside influences and like how other people view them, and then how you view yourself. Because remember, your insecurities speak louder than how beautiful you are and how strong you are and how confident you are in in areas of your life. Your insecurities are always there to tell you that you can't do something, and the brain is wired to make you stay away from things that seem like that could be stressful or dangerous, so it'll keep you in a safe place. But you have to know that within yourself that everything that you need to succeed is given to you from the day you opened your eyes and took your first breath on this earth, you know? And I know that may sound like a little preachy, but I just want you guys to know that if you believe in yourself hard enough, if you have an intention and you have a goal and you set your eye on your intention and you don't let the outside forces or your own insecurities, because that was mine and still is one of my biggest hurdles that I'm overcoming. There are my own insecurities to get to where you're going. You can definitely do it. I am proof. And then you can change your mind. Like I told you guys before, if you don't like something and you did it, you can change your mind. And you don't have to feel like you're pigeonholed into some particular area of your life. In New York, I was in fashion. I worked in fashion, worked at high-end houses, worked at a Nike, like all of those places. I've worked at some really cool places. On the other end of the spectrum, I'm a teacher, completely opposites. And so don't limit yourself in your thinking and your belief to thinking that you have to be one thing, because you are capable and you are human and you are meant to try multiple things, because your purpose is not just in one area, it's in multiple areas. Because in those multiple areas, you have to say yes to those things, because there are people who are depending on your yes in every purposeful area in your life. And so I want you to go out there, I want you to do it scared, do it afraid, do it uncertain, do it doubtful, because you don't never know what you're doing until you stop doing it anyway, okay? You think, what's his name? Jeff Bezos knew what he was doing in the beginning when he started Amazon. All he had was an idea, a plan, and said, boom, and I'm gonna go for it. Elon Musk, same thing. Those are the type of things that I keep in mind for myself when I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. So that was it. I want you guys, because it's a 12-minute video and I don't like to make them this long, but I appreciate all of the feedback. It kind of makes me emotional. Like all of the positive feedback that you guys give me, you don't know how much it really helps me, because I told you this is therapy for me. I first started it because I was like, oh, I don't like public rejection, you know, let me work on that. But then I later learned that it's me that I need to work on, and me looking at myself in my camera, and it's a lot that's still a little hard for me to talk about. So that's it. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I only got like 54 followers, but that's a lot to me, because I think about if I was in a room talking to 54 people, that's a lot. So I thank you guys. Have the most amazing Sunday. Remember how amazing you all are, as I tell my kids, and remember to love yourself. Please, please, please love yourself, and love yourself enough to forgive yourself. All right? Bye.